Hi everyone, this is amarbirkumar. Welcome to the channel. Just getting started. I'm going to do some audio checks in the beginning. Forgive me. Jump right into it. Want to know what the channel is all about in detail? I have a video called Who Am I? Dreams. Feel free to check that out. Yeah, so here's the channel. I'm still learning how to YouTube, so I might pin this somewhere just so you all get a good introduction. But that's basically what it's all about. You know, we're just going to be going on different websites, seeing what businesses are for sale out there, and how can we evaluate them. I am not some, guru or millionaire who's, has an amazing portfolio, even though I someday want to get there. I mean, doing okay in my life, but love to do better. I think everybody else wants to do the same. So let's learn together and go through this process of reviewing these different businesses. Homepage. I'm going to keep it on our first website that we're going to use. It's called LoopNet. One of the more popular websites where they show a bunch of businesses that are for sale. I'm going to adjust some of my audio here. Second. Yeah, someday I'll get music going too. I'm going to put this right in my face. I'm also working here at the same time, so I'm gonna go reply to a message on Teams, but I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, took a minute. One of my coworkers is in another side of this. So in this department, it's organized by divisions, and there are a lot of people that are promoting out. It's not a bad thing, because if people are promoting out, that means the division that they're a part of currently is a really great place to be a part of. You learn a lot, and it looks good. We don't get paid for referring or making employees the best they can be, but still a point of pride to help someone promote, sell, and excel. My mic is cutting off a little bit too much. I'm going to try to fix that. I'm going to turn off noise gates. Okay, so that should be a lot better. Cool. I have my phone playing right now. I'm going to turn off noise gates. There we go. Yep, looks like we're good. Okay. All right, so Today, some of our objectives today is to take a look at just if we can get all the information from the businesses that are on sale on this website, from their listings. It'd be nice to see if we can analyze some key financial metrics. Let's keep learning and understanding how to research better, go through this process faster, because this can take hours, especially when you have a lot of information on one particular business. And some obvious red flags, we could take a look at those too as we go through this. And keep reviewing the tools we have so far and learn about new tools when researching businesses. Like I say always, I'm learning as well, and I want to grow with you all. All right. So for the first interview, not interview. I'm thinking of my other job. For our first video, we looked at a car wash and I think a little shopping center area. Why don't we do a warehouse? I'm going to be pretty open with kind of where I live. I feel like the audience that would view this channel are not going to try to go after me for whatever reason. It's not too hard to find my information online, but I'm never going to be that popular to where I'm going to have to deal with that. All right. So I didn't filter this properly. We wanted to do warehouses only. Industrial is what we're looking for. Okay. So right now we have this set to where we're only looking at what's open for a lease. I'm thinking someone who'd be watching this channel, if you ever come across this, thank you for coming across it, would be, someone who's like looking for I'm not talking about someone from like a big brand company like Target, but maybe like an AC company or some kind of smaller construction company. You probably found this channel and you just want to know some quick tools and tips and how to look for the next space for your business. Well, here we are. Let's take a look at NoopNet. And I'm hoping to get an audience someday that I could talk to that'll give me tips or, direct me the right way. So we help each other. Right? Spending all this time taking a look at these properties, let's make it productive. Let's take a look at this one. It's catching my eye. All right, so we have a 4,800 square foot industrial space in Rancho Cordova. Let's take a look at the location. I don't think location necessarily matters. We're more worried about zoning and stuff, permitting and all that. Or to retail, but still, it's always good to know what's nearby, what freeways are nearby. If you need your truck to be close to an artery of a city, that's cool. Someplace that's with not too much traffic, I guess. Okay. So 1167 Trade Center. All right, that's right by 50. So in this case, you're probably researching into, all right, how fast can I get my product wherever it needs to go, or my people, or whatever. So in relation to Sacramento, you could go down 50. I'm biased. I could tell you with what I live here. There's not too much traffic coming from Rancho in the mornings to Sacramento. The majority of people are flowing into Sacramento from 80 and the Elk Grove, South Sacramento area. From Rancho, traffic's not really that bad, except for construction going on. But when that isn't there, when it isn't heavy, there's always construction. But when it isn't heavy or too crazy, it's pretty cool, pretty light. And we could look at some websites to see traffic patterns. Maybe if we find a more retail type of business, so maybe some kind of distribution situation that we want to take a look at, then we can analyze traffic flow. But yeah, that's where it's at. The only weakness with this area is getting to Roseville sucks. You go all the way around or you can go through town. So if you want to go north, not the best situation because you have to go through all this if you have this property. But that's okay. It is what it is, depending on your needs. Just something to think about. All right. Let me double check on this stream here. Cool. So this is the place. We'll take a look at pictures later. I also want to make sure we give a shout out to the listing contacts. Looks like Collier's Real Estate Agency, and these are your two listing agents, Nathan Miller, Michael Hu. Thank you guys for putting this listing up. I'm going to see if I could put their numbers up just so they get some credit. LoopNet, blah, 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 blah. No, I need Edge. Edge. That's not what we wanted. Oh, there's a number. Oh, I'm so dumb. Yeah, there's a number there. So give them a call if you're interested in this property. We're going to analyze it a little bit, take a look at some basic info. All right, so I'm going to start developing my notes. Forgive the scroll in here. All right, let me just put this in. So this is a triple net situation, looks like. Doesn't include some things. That's all right. And you know, you should be doing the same thing whenever you're analyzing property. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to open the PDF as well. Oh, beautiful. Cool. Seems like these agents really know what they're doing. Cool little analysis. You know, this is not a retail location, so we don't need to know too much about the area. All right. It's a nice spot. Cool. Rental rate is, keep that in mind, $10.80 per square foot per year. Okay. So just to first start off, we are going to need to know how much our utilities and insurance is going to cost. So I'm going to get some estimates going. Estimates. Okay. All right, this will be a quick one. So this place, it's a 4,000 square foot industrial space, includes 400 square foot of dedicated office space. It's a full build out, recently repainted, which is cool. It's ready for occupancy now. And it looks like it has a 19 to 21 foot height clearance. So if you're going to park some trucks in there or put some stuff, it's good to know. There are 2 grade level drive-ins. It looks like this place was primarily for like logistics. Yeah, I kind of have it made like that. We'll take a look at the inside and see. Sunset Boulevard is the main thoroughfare for Rancho Cordova. Pretty cool. So thinking about potential use cases here. This is super basic analysis. It could be used as a storage, distribution space, e-commerce could be possible. You could do light manufacturing and assembly operations, you know, stuff like that. Let's take a look at potential expenses. All right. So for insurance, you're gonna be expecting to pay between 20 to 40 cents per square foot per year. So assuming it's 30 cents per square foot, your insurance costs per year would be $1,400. It's a big estimate. Depends on what you do too. This is just on the building itself, not on the business. Maintenance and stuff and other costs between 50 to 50 cents per square foot. So another 2,400 a year just for the building maintenance. Property taxes estimated for this thing is going to be $313 per square foot. Excuse me. So adding up everything, it'd be $393 per square foot. That's going to be about $18,000 a year, or about $15 per month plus the lease. So your base rent would be about $51,000. Your triple net expenses, that's your utilities and the property taxes, insurance, and all that bad boy stuff, is about 19,000 a year. So your annual gross rent would be $70K a year, or $1,473 per square foot per year. Let's take a look. Make sure my simulations are working correctly. I think that about makes sense. So yeah, I think we're good. You can say the rental rate is 1080, which is 5184 a year, or 51,000 a year, right? Assume you're going to have about 20,000 a year in expenses. In my calculations, it'd be 18,864 in just the triple net itself, not in your business that you put in there. Something to think about when you have a building. Talk to your tax guys on what you could write off and all that stuff. Y'all know more about that stuff than I do. Oh, this is good to know. I think depending on what kind of business you run, you want to know what kind of power supply you have. So that's good to know. And there's your zoning information, commercial mixed use, blah, 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 blah. Any other cool pictures? Okay. All right, let's take a look at something else. I like to use this other website as well, Biz by Sell. There's so many, but these are the main two that are intuitive to me. They're just a little bit more easier, straightforward. All right. Let's go retail. Let's do something fun. Retail is a little bit more attainable, you know? Also going to check the stream here. All right, we're looking good. How about, man, I wish I had an audience. Okay. Oh, let's go to Texas. I like Texas. Tejas. Okay. So I'm very focused on California because that's what I know, but let's do something out of our comfort zone. That is pretty cool. Okay. This is really out of my comfort zone. Outdoor structure business with 6-figure annual cash flow. What are you selling me? Hold on. Let me get these down so I can break it up. Cool. They got YouTube channel and everything. Very nice. Okay. So these are all estimates of earnings that you'll have. What's nice about knowing this stuff is that you can base your financing on potential earnings. So the more data you have from a business helps you out with financing. I mean, after all, when you start a business, people want to finance you with data. They want to know if you don't have any data, what's your business plan? What's your experience? It's basically that's all it is. Getting more confidence out of people who want to invest in you. You got to use data. And this has plenty of it. This is just all the everything you get, material items associated with the business. It's 12,000. That's the value of it. So, this place is called Farm Plus Yard. Looks like it's an outdoor kind of like basically creating decks and sheds and, patio stuff and all that. Pretty cool. After reading all this, let's get down to the actual numbers. Oh, it looks like this is their office. Wow, pretty nice. Okay. Farm to yard. Asking price for this business is 900,000, so almost a million. Looks like their cash flow coming in is about 258,000. Gross revenue is almost double that. It's 540,000. Net profit margin, an estimated net profit margin is going to be about 8%. This place was started in 2016, so been running about 8 years. That's pretty nice. It looks like that the area that the business is based at is being rented for $2,000 a month. It's a 1-acre open lot with a 646 square foot modern office space. Very cool. And they have 4 employees already. My wife is screaming. Yes, honey. I'm doing a live stream on YouTube about businesses. All right. Like I was talking about earlier in the video, let's work with what data we have. So my only weakness in what I'm talking about today is this is not California, so I'm not as familiar with, how numbers will work out, but we'll try it anyway. So your monthly rent is $2,000. That's $24,000 a year. Let's take a look at rent as a percentage of the gross revenue. It's $24,000 a year divided by $540,000. So your rent makes up about 4.4% of that, of what that revenue is. So what that means is there's plenty of room for profit. Your asking price is 900,000. So let's look at the the price to, I'm just going to say this, the earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. So your earnings, 900,000 divided by 258, which is 3.5. That's a multiple of, that's a 3.5 is a multiple, 258,000 is a multiple of 900,000. So that number, there's different theories on how a business might look good. That's one of the things that people look at. It's like, what is that multiple number? 3.5 supposedly is good. I just learned about this number. I'm not too familiar with it, but I guess there's a range that you could take a look at. ROI, I know ROI. So annual cash flow is 258,000 divided by 900,000, which is the sale price of the business, which is 28.7. It's a pretty good ROI. 28.7%. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty unique kind of store. They focus on building outdoor structures. It's more formalized. Pretty nice. And it looks like the property that they have is used for displaying their products, which is pretty cool. And they got all kinds of stuff. It looks like they got chicken coops and sheds and trampolines, play sets, blah 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 blah. Looks like it's by a main thoroughfare. We'll look up the map in a bit, see what this looks like. I don't know anything about Texas, but if it's in a big city by a big road, it makes sense that it'd be a lot of traffic going by. So per this listing, where is it at? Looks like they have a big YouTube following, probably bigger than I do, which is great. Oh, yeah. They report that it's right by Highway 77, which has 31,000 cars drive by daily, which is pretty cool. Their online sales are about 1.2 so far since they started. Good ratings on Google. So the reputation of this place is really good. Half their sales come from repeat customers. That's awesome. Yeah, great reputation. So it looks like this business might be on sale still. There was something about the lease expiring on 11/30/2024, which is last year. So something happened, something got renegotiated, and we need to find out what that is. We'll have to in this contact form, we're going to email the listing agent, find out that information. Now I'm trying to think, do we have any information that we're missing? I guess some to-dos with this business, if you want to do further research, is see what the lease renegotiation looks like. They might change some of the numbers we research, especially that 28.7 return on investment. With regards to financing, I don't want to say too much since I'm not too familiar with Texas. Let me try to run some numbers. And I'm not a mortgage originator or anything, so these are just estimates based on a computer model. Meaning that nobody with any credit can be approved. I just have to say that. So if we're going to look at an SBA loan, just to go over it, an SBA loan is popular because it's seller-backed financing. They can provide you with a loan amount up to 90% of the purchase price, just some normal stuff here. Your down payment would be 10 to 15. Interest rates for those kind of loans are usually between 7 and 9, and your loan terms usually only 10 years. So in this case, The purchase price is $900,000, down payment $90,000, loan amount $810,000. So your monthly payment would be $9,400. Cool thing about this is it's a lower upfront cash requirement, so lower down payment. And what's nice about this type of financing, it's flexible enough to allow for everything to be covered, like the inventory and other, expenses that go along with the purchase price. Gotta have good credit though. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said seller backed. It's Small Business Administration Loan, SBA, Small Business Administration Loan. I don't know why. Okay. Now, seller financing is it's different. It's a little bit more requires a little bit more cash up front, 25 to 50% cash up front. Interest rates are very similar. Terms usually shorter, 3 to 7 years. So in this case, purchase price would be 900,000, down payment 270,000 if it was a 30% down payment, and the seller would finance the $630,000 that was left with a monthly payment of 96. So, obviously, in SBA will be more advantageous. You put down only 90K and your monthly payments around 94,000 for 10 years. And in this case, you put down a lot more. Your monthly payments about 96 for a 5-year term. But it's easier approval. I mean, anything's more easier approval when you have more cash. People also do combinations of those, if the SBA loan is only qualifies up to a certain point, you can do the rest with seller financing. There's all kinds of mixed stuff, and talk to your not your mortgage loan, but your loan originators. Yep, yippity do. So I threw out some numbers like doing 9 to 10 grand a month going towards your loan. This kind of business will be able to handle that. This business generates $258,000 a year in income, and that would leave you with $21,500 a month, about maybe 22. So it's not bad. You'd be taking home 10,000 if you run this place right. Okay. All right, well, that is outdoor business structure business in Robinson, Texas. And I want to give credit to the realtors that have this, listing agents. This business list was listed by Travis BG. Hopefully he makes a sale. There's his phone number if you want to give him a call. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for today. We did 2. I don't want to keep you for too long. As I get better at this and learning how to be more articulate and smooth with how I present information, we'll look at more businesses. But for now, I'll let you all go.